Welcome to the bonus, a hoop show for hoop heads. My name is Elias Omar. You got the usual assortment of suspects. You got ball player Luck, Slick Vic,
Peace.
Tomcat,
Yo.
Hello.
and the infamous Simba Bayless.
What's up, fellas?
Simba Bayless.
The number one Bronny supporter.
Ha. Yes,
Let's not start
Sim.
with that.
We ain't gonna do hey Skip. We're gonna say hey Sim.
Let me tell you something, Silver. Let me tell you something.
There you go. There you go. I like it.
Hey, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, turn on all your notifications so every time we have in the bonus, you can join us, rock out with us, talk ball with us, a hoop show for hoop heads. We want to thank these sponsors real quick. Let's thank Total Package Energy. Let's thank Bats Footwear. And let's also thank Redeem Vacations. How's everybody doing, man? I know Jack Frost tried to take me out, so I'm just roll call. How's everybody doing?
I know, right? For real.
Oh, it's cold
I'm
as
vitamin
hell out
C'd
there,
up.
man.
13 inches down here in North Carolina, Charlotte. These people is probably going crazy.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, man.
Well, I know, right? Damn, boy. Yeah, they're gonna be going nuts down there with that, boy. Whew.
Yeah, they ain't used to that.
Shoot.
Now, they ain't had something like this in 20 years.
Wow, man, that's a lot though. I ain't
So
gonna hold you.
that's probably like around that 94 when we got that snow every week up there in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 30 inches
Yeah.
that was dumped on. I remember.
Yeah. That was like that was in March that year because I remember it was around my birthday, man. I was like, damn.
I just know every Wednesday it came down, and then all that snow that was in Rochdale parking lot, small mall, that big ass giant mountain.
Yes, man. Yes,
They
man.
still doing that. The kids jumping into it.
Ain't no
Boy.
kids like that no more, man. My uncle and them up there said they ain't got nobody that ring their doorbell want to shovel snow.
Oh man,
Oh, hell no.
That's crazy.
I
Nah,
know.
they did.
I was a for sure hustle.
They on their video games.
Yeah, no, that's out of town, exactly.
They playing
Kids out in
2K.
Flushing, the kids out in Flushing still do it. But
Mm.
that's out of town. Got them Asian kids, they're like, yo, we getting that money.
All right, let's get to it without
Yep.
wasting any more time. Hoop Street's unique way.
Yes, sir.
That ball meets life. Here we go. Here's an oldie but goodie.
Check them out, it's the new A5s, you gotta rock them. They even put a zone in the league to try to stop him. He's the answer and the problem. You don't want it with the way that boy go to the hole and take punishment. The young boss of the cross for 4 quarters. And from 3-point land, he's all water. Matter of fact, call him the king. The way he breaks down the defense is like he got the ball on the string. And he will blow by you fast. Penetrate and dish it off or let it go high off the glass. All you need is a pair of these, nothing else. Your hesitation is stopping Papa be something else. Track masters and J to the bar. I keep an extra pair in my car in case y'all wanna take it to the park. High percentage, I'ma make it from the arc, take it from the heart. This is Kiss talking to you. The A5 limited edition, Reebok bought them to you. Even on the court we stay fly. Jada and AI, make sure you go get the A5s. Even on the court we stay fly. Jada and AI, make sure you go get.
That's an oldie but goodie right there.
Yeah, I forgot
Came
about
across
that.
that joint the other day. I was like, ooh, I gotta play it for the fellas.
Word, I forgot all about that one.
Yeah, Kiss was spinning on that one. I was like, ooh.
Yeah. What I dug on that is that he kept his character, he kept to who he is, and he still dropped it. You know what I mean? That was dope.
Yeah, and I like the way track masters put the little squeak from the ball on it, and they had it bouncing. I was like, ooh, you can flow on that ad. You can get on that one?
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, yo, he did his thing.
No doubt. All right, so I think Simba put this up there. So let's get into it.
Mm-hmm.
No, not this one. This one.
Oh, what is this?
So this is all the this records are all the records in the NBA, And is it impossible to beat this record? 50,000 career points, 11 championships, 6 finals MVPs, finals MVP as a rookie, 6 MVPs, and 17K assists. Which of these will it be impossible to beat?
My vote is Bill Russell's.
11 championships?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that one. I agree with that. I mean, I think all of them. I don't think anybody's going to reach. Maybe somebody will get a Finals MVP as a rookie. Maybe.
Yeah. That's
but the rest of them,
getting breaking.
The rest of them, I don't see anybody touching.
Yeah, and Stockton's situation is safe, and he's lucky because the era changed, and the role of the pure point guard, it's not, as prevalent, I guess, or what have you, as it was back then. I mean, we got some pure point guards now, but and you know me, I'm normally the tough guy with being a critic or whatever. But no, I could admit we got some pure point guards now, but. The thing is that as pure as they are, they weren't putting up like double figures in assists. You know what I mean? Consistent enough to even catch up with that,
I remember one year, I forgot what season was it, but Chris Paul was averaging about like almost 10 assists per game.
No, he's had years over 10, but yeah.
Yeah, he was averaging, he was up there like assistant. Like I forgot what season that I forgot what team. I think he played for the Clippers or he played for Phoenix one year, and he was averaging at least like 11 or 12 points per game, like about 10 assists, if I'm not mistaken, fellas.
Yeah, I've seen him dish it up. Yeah, definitely. You're not mistaken.
I vote to change the award to Stockton to Malone.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. That was a 1-2 punch, Tom.
Yeah, because right now everybody's shooting these threes. It's nobody going down in there like they did. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing. You're never gonna see it again.
I think they got the craziest pick and roll game, Stockton and Malone. To be honest,
like I said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I hear you.
That's what they did. Stop it if you can.
Yep.
I think there's another record that's never going to be touched. I put it in the chat. I don't know if anybody saw it. But probably even more so than any of these is Moses Malone.
Yeah, somebody said that. The rebounds.
Rebound. The gap between him and the number 2 person is like 3 times bigger than the gap between 2 and 20.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he has like 7,000. Like the next person is at like 4. You know what I mean? So like I don't think anybody's ever going to even come close to that.
Wow.
But all of these are going to be, especially in this era. Like to get 6 Finals MVPs, you got to win the championship 6 times.
Right.
Yep.
That's not going to happen, bro. These teams.
Here's a what if for you, Av. If Mitchell Robinson didn't have the health issues, you think he would have got there?
I think you think he would play like 15 years? You know what I mean?
You think he needed that would be the length that he would need to do to get that?
I think that's what you need for almost all of these records. I think that's what you need, a minimum of 15 to 20 year career. You know what I mean? The only exception is the Finals MVP as a rookie. And you kind of got to be really good and really lucky enough to be a good, a superstar level rookie to land on like a championship contending team, which would be kind of crazy.
So let me ask y'all guys something, right? The 50K points that LeBron is holding right now, how many years do we think that LeBron will hold it for, and someone in the future of the NBA will break that 20 points? Who do we see breaking that 50K points? Nobody, right? It's gonna be tough.
Well, remember he came in. He didn't go to school. He came in right as a rookie, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he came right out
of high school. Yeah.
So then it would have to be someone who did that. who had that sort of longevity.
But the NBA is not doing that no more. NBA wants players to play college for like 2 years or some sort to be eligible.
If you get the young guys, like you get like Cooper Flag reclassified, so he actually went to college a year early.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So theoretically, he could do it if he played, if he averaged like 25 for like 20 freaking years. You know, crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing too. LeBron really didn't have injuries until like recently.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Until like the last few years.
Thing. Yeah, that's another thing.
And then he got 4 free years because he went straight from college. I mean, straight from high school. Basically, everybody else did 4 years in college or 3.
Well, I don't think anybody does the whole college bid anymore.
But now I think
you got your stock up, you're gonna go.
Yeah, but the thing is, like now I heard like in the NBA, I don't know if they banned it or what, but in order to be eligible for the NBA, you have to play college. You have to do like some years in college. You just can't come out straight out of high school no more. I think they stopped doing that.
Most of it's one and done.
Yeah.
Most of it's one and done. You may catch one, but basically it's one and done.
Yeah.
But then you got, like I said, you got guys like Cooper Flag that they basically moved up and reclassified. So he basically he went a year early because he moved up in high school or whatever, and did the 1 year in college and came in and he was 18 or whatever. So.
All right, well, let's check this out real quick. I don't know if I played this already, but I think this is like the future of how, pro sports is going to be digested and consumed as entertainment. So I'm going to show it, and then we can talk about it on the other side. From the streets.
I'm honestly in love with this. It is just so cool. Hey Siri, open the NBA app. All right, so now the NBA app is open. I'm going to go to the Detroit Pistons versus the Bulls game. And now you will see that there's Watch Live, Multi-View, and Tabletop. So I'm going to select Tabletop. And look at this. It's so cool. And it shows game time. You've got the logos that pop up. I can now watch the players. You can see there's 10 minutes left. 67 to 110. Shows the player's name right up above them. Block. And then I can come over here and hit Watch Live. So now I've got the game going down here, and I've got the screen, I've got the video feed playing right here. Now I can't show you that because it's blacked out because of copyright. Wow, that was cool. All right, I'll show you this other option too. So I can go down here and click Stylized. I see the different numbers on the jersey, so I wonder if that aligns with the actual players.
Y'all buying or selling?
I ain't ready for all that quite now.
I think they've gone too far with technology doing that, to be honest. They're going way into depth for that.
Because they got the Google glasses, right? So they just like that. They're not as cumbersome where you look like Cyclops from the X-Men, Don. Peace. Welcome to the show.
Peace, brothers.
Yeah. So, you don't look so, big and goofy like that. They just look like regular specs, and then, you're doing exactly what you're doing there on the regular specs, and then, So I think, and if that's the actual way that the game is commencing, what you're actually seeing, and you can see it up close and personal. I don't know, man. That's gonna beat waiting 3 hours on an expressway to get from the Knicks game.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. All right, so let me get y'all opinion real quick. Boom. I saw this online. It was circulating in our chats. Let's talk about it. Who's the best draft class? The 84, the 87, the 96, or 03?
My screen is like kind of pixeled out, but in 03, who's the last person in 03?
Bosh.
Bosh.
Oh, shit.
You on your phone or you on the computer?
I'm on the computer. You just like pixelated. Oh, it came back now. Now it's good. Which is a little pixelated.
If you move closer to your router, you might get a better reception. Don, what you think, man? Break the ice, bro. Shake the table.
I was looking at this earlier, I think, during the week. So I was breaking down everybody. So if you look at the 84 class, the 84 class has a combined 8 rings. 86 class has a combined 8 rings. The 96 class has a combined about 6. So the last 2 people don't have no rings. And then we look at the 03 team where it's basically Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, because he had the tailgate, and LeBron James. So I think I'm going old school, man. I'm going with the 84 class. I just think everybody respectively at some point in that era was dominant. I mean, we know what Mike was, but take Mike out the equation. Barkley was phenomenal. We know what Olajuwon was, and John Stockton, it speaks itself. So I'm going with the 84 class.
It'd be interesting to see Simba's opinion. Who you got, man?
I say 03, bro. I think 03 has like when I start watching NBA and stuff like that, I didn't yes, 84, 87, 96, they all had good players. But 03, to me, since I'm a LeBron fan, obviously, I will go with 03 because LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, that lineup, that order of draft class coming out of players, even though they didn't win no championship, Carmelo has no championship and stuff like that, but he was still a beast. So I would say 03.
Anybody else?
84. You know where I'm going.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to rock with 84 myself.
I mean, I think we can all eliminate 87 and 96, definitely.
Ewing was drafted by the New York Knicks in 19.
But when I compare it, I gotta go with 84 because Jordan's winning, because Barkley was a beast. We're gonna talk about him later, thanks to a certain ball player is gonna build on him. But and Olajuwon was one of my favorite players. But you said everybody was dominant on that 4. One dude there wasn't dominant. It's very overrated, and that would be Mr. John Stockton. Mr. I can't dribble with my left hand, so I'm gonna start on the left arc every time I come down with the ball, so I could go to my right every time, and I'm gonna get 500 assists just passing the ball to the post of Karl Malone taking a turnaround jump shot, but I'm getting an assist for it.
The one-handed bandit, I can't stand it.
The one-handed bandit. Watching because an overrated player.
Yeah, I was never a John Stockton guy myself.
Yeah.
No, I was never.
He's got a little home cooking on those assists. But
I couldn't envision him anywhere else but Utah. I couldn't.
But I give him the props on the longevity. I give him the props on being tough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But there's a little bit of stat padding on it.
Yeah. He's kind of lucky too. That Magic with that whole HIV stuff. He kind of lucky because Magic, honestly, the way Magic was cooking.
I don't know.
Man, if it wasn't for that HIV thing.
Really, really lucky to have Karl Malone as a teammate.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Mailman, yeah. Soft touch, big man, yeah. And I don't. No pun intended with a soft touch comment.
Wow. Hey, when was he? I don't remember off my head. When was he drafted? Out of curiosity, if
Oh,
Oh,
anybody
mailman,
knows. Yeah, roughly.
Mailman was 85, I believe.
Yeah, I'm
85,
looking at
Patrick
that
Ewing.
right now. 85. They say that's the best draft class.
85,
Mm.
coming out of Louisiana State.
I got
Yeah.
was the 1985 draft class a strong class. 1985 is the best NBA draft ever. This is what it
Who was
says
it?
on this thing.
Who was in '85?
Ewan. That's the reason why I went on here. I thought Ewan came out before Jordan, but it's Ewan,
Mm-hmm.
Tisdale, Benoit Benjamin, Xavier,
Oh, nah,
Contact.
hell no,
Hold
hell
on, hold on,
no,
hold on,
hell
hold on.
no.
You
Patrick, you
said
got
Benoit
Chris
in
Mullin,
contact. That's a
Chris
big thumbs
Mullin,
down.
you got Chris Mullin, you got
Yeah.
Joe Dumars, and I don't know how all the rest, because those some are Hall of Famers right there. But yeah, this is what they saying. Not me, I'm just reading.
I mean,
And you said Malone too, right?
Yeah,
'Cause
Malone.
Ewing was
outside
number
of
one, right?
Yeah, you
out,
always know one. You know they rigged the lottery for us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The frozen envelope joint. Yeah, yeah.
you got. I guess when they look at Benoit Benjamin, I guess they looked at the potential, but coming out of college. But god damn it,
Yeah, you probably got a couple of busts in '84 we ain't looking at.
oh
If
no,
you go down the
you
line,
Yeah, bro.
got some busts now.
Sam Bowie.
mm,
And to me, coming out of Kentucky, that dude I thought was gonna be something, but injuries played him. God rest his soul.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
All right, man, let's keep it moving. I wanted y'all opinion on this, and I guess this can be. Oh, you know what? Sorry about that. Let me do this one right here. Um, Don, Tom, talk to me about this one right here. This one is a special one.
Oh, all right. Now we talking. Now we talking. Now we talking. One of my favorite players all time, right here, man. Mark Aguirre. I think this dude don't get his flowers. The dude is incredible. I mean, you can ask Magic. I've seen him bust James Worthy behind. This dude, this dude was all around play. First of all, let's just talk about where he came from. He played with another good player, DePaul, with Terry Cummings.
Mm-hmm.
Dude was a monster in the league. He deserves his flowers. I'm glad he's getting it. I think it's long overdue.
Yeah.
But when he got to Dallas, he was a beast. And I mean, that team had a squad with Orlando Blackman, Derek Harper, James Donaldson playing center. I mean, you had
Orlando
Roy
Black.
Tarpley, Sam Perkins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They even had the white boy. I forgot his name on the team. Yeah, Mark Aguirre was a special player, man. That dude.
Yeah, I was a big fan of Dallas back then. Big fan.
I put
Rolando
him.
Blackman was, but I like Mark Aguirre too.
I put him
6
in
foot
that
what? 6 foot
range.
6.
Yeah, I put him in that range with Barkley because those dudes revolutionized the height because it was always suspect whether Barkley and him was actually the height that they was, but they still dominate at their positions. And
Right.
like this dude to me, like I said, I've seen him put the numbers on a lot of players, a lot of our favorite players in the league.
He did. I ain't gonna hold you. He did though. He did. He did. He was a scoring machine, averaging like 27 a game.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And then we're gonna do a no more props. They want property on him too. Definitely, he's on my list because Isaiah waxed poetic about him in a very appropriate way because here's a man that gave up stats for championships because he
Mm-hmm.
could have stayed in Dallas and keep scoring, or he could have came to Detroit and imposed because they did get him to score. You know what I'm saying?
And it's
Because
crazy, look, because
yep,
people don't realize he got traded to Detroit, and Detroit got rid of Adrian Dantley.
yes sir,
Yep.
yes
Yeah.
sir.
And people don't realize that how significant that was because Adrian Dantley was still a beast.
He was still a beast, scoring machine too.
Yes, sir.
That's because he didn't want. That's because he didn't want to defer.
Right, he didn't
Like
want to.
Aguirre did.
Yes. Yeah.
I see you. I see you, Tomcat.
Yep.
Yeah.
Big facts.
Yeah.
But we're gonna do one on him.
Sir, there you go,
We're gonna
baby.
wax poetic on him. We're gonna
I
set one
think
up
you
for
could do
him.
you could do a distant relatives on him too, because I feel like his
Hey,
style of
Tomcat,
play.
put that up. Put that back up real quick.
But yeah, Jersey. Yeah, the Detroit.
Hey, there it is. There it is.
Whoa, official as a referee, whistle.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dope.
Yeah, that's a throwback right there.
Yeah. So I feel like his style of play, man, and to a degree, Adrian Dantley is kind of like like the prototype of what like guys like Paul Pierce and Carmelo kind of
Yes.
became. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Just how they approach the game.
great comp. Great comp.
Yeah,
For sure.
I ain't gonna hold you up.
For sure.
You hit that nail right on the head. We are gonna do one now. You hit that on the head, man.
For sure. All right, y'all. I wanted y'all opinion on this. Throw this on real quick, and this will be the last one. We'll jump into NBA actions and transactions. But I was watching this thing, and it was talking about Dirk got blood on his ring. Could y'all have any idea what they could be referring to?
No idea.
All right, so let's check it out, and then y'all tell me what y'all think about it on the other side. Tapping at home too. Here we go.
NBA Finals run.
Oh, it's not a debate.
Not a debate.
When you look at who Dirk had to beat, obviously Portland first round, that's Brandon Roy and LaMarcus Aldridge.
Yep.
Then you got to realize the next series, it's Kobe and Powell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Coming off a championship, swept them. Then the next series, it's KD, Russ, and Harden.
Oh shit!
Gentleman sweep. Then the next series, Bosh, Wade, Braun. Like how many Hall of Famers did he knock off on that run? Your favorite Hall of Famers from that time period got clapped on that run.
Yeah, it's not no debate. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
It was, and it was to the point where he was the best player in the playoff. I mean,
yeah, he was the best player in the playoffs.
Nothing you could do with him.
So are they right? Did Dirk leave blood on the dance floor? What y'all think?
Yeah, that's big facts, bro. He he was killing everybody. People couldn't figure him out. You know what I mean?
That little knee jumper, that little jumper with his knee in it.
Yeah, but at the same time too, when you guarded up on that, he was at that point, he was still quick enough to put the ball on the floor like two, 3 times to get to the rack. You know what I mean? And he on defense, he was soft as Charmin, but he's still a 7-footer, man. So like once he gets in the paint, you still had to figure out how to contest somebody that big. And the man could shoot at that size.
Simba, what you think? They got an APB on a Hall of Fame killer? Oh, you got to turn on your mic.
I was watching that series. I remember watching that series 2011. I was out. I was at a party and they put the game on. I was watching Dirk Nowitzki destroying my beloved Big Three, first year in the Heat, I got to give credit where credit's due, man. Like Dirk Nowitzki did his thing. He did lift some blood on the dance floor, but hey, man, he was the best player that year. He literally showed up his game every series that he played against. He destroyed Kobe and the Lakers, LeBron, the Heat, Brandon Roy at that time. So
OKC.
Yep, OKC. I can't really say anything bad because that was a one-man wrecking crew. He did everything. He was the star player. He did whatever he could, and he beat the odds.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing bad to say about that. I agree with everybody.
The way he was playing that whole like playoffs. That's why I called him the German Jesus, because he was doing moves that I didn't even see nobody do.
German
Jesus.
Jesus.
I like that
German,
one.
German Jesus, bro.
German Jesus.
Why? Never
I
heard
like
German
that
that.
one.
Jesus,
I
bro.
like that one.
His nah, like I'm not gonna hold y'all, bro. You know
Simba
what? Matter of fact,
Bayless
yo,
in the house.
I'm not even hating though. I'm not even hating. He did some crazy footwork, fancy like dribble, fadeaway, all that. I'm like, wait a minute, like what is going on?
Remember, you sounding like Walt Clyde Frazier right now.
You know, that's what I'm like, Don. I'm not gonna lie. Like when I was looking at highlights the other day of that 2011 finals, the way he was moving, and I'm like, yo, this is like, damn.
Man,
I'm like,
crew, man.
yeah. No, that's why I'm not hating on Dirt and Whiskey doing that. I'm like, he did his thing, man. Hats off to him. He destroyed many teams that year. He won his chip. He deserved it. But goddamn, German Jesus was a different animal. Holy shit!
I like that name. I think he would like it too.
German Jesus, yo, I'm telling you, German Jesus. When he went back on his day when he first got drafted, he had the long hair. Remember when he played in Dallas with the long hair? He looked like German Jesus. I'm like, oh my god! I'm like, look at that. I was loving that. I was loving that Dirt and Whiskey with this long hair.
Truth. All right, so I guess we can kind of move on from here. Segment of the show. What games y'all checked out this week? What games mattered to y'all this week that was out there cooking?
Could we really just an honorable mention? Could we just talk about what Luka did to the Wizards in the first quarter? He got a triple double that first quarter. It's fucking insane. Luka had that triple double. Like I think was it the first half or the first quarter? He got a triple double. I was like, damn.
I didn't get to catch any games this week. I came home late when I did get in there, and I missed some stuff. I think that Golden State game at the end of the week I got to see, but they was already down. But yeah, I like that German Jesus because I always compare him to Larry Bird.
Me too.
That's closest thing to Larry Bird, but that German Jesus, he got his own name now.
Yeah, that's a tough name too for him. That's a tough name.
You might have to brand that somebody.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
I'm about to be like Pat Riley. You know how he trademarked 3P? I'm about to trademark that for him.
Yep.
There you go.
He definitely feel that, man. He might support you on that one, brother.
What game? I mean, I just watched earlier. I watched the Celtics beat the snot out of the Bucks.
Oh, that was crazy. That was sad.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Giannis said that he's out. He's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks again because of his calf.
I'm ready to see him.
That's what
I'm
he
ready
told reporters.
to someone else.
Yeah, he's making his own diagnosis now.
Yep. That's what he told the reporters.
Houston Dallas was a crazy game.
Yeah. That was the one. No, I'm thinking of a different game. I'm thinking of the Pelicans Dallas. Or sure, what's the Charlotte Dallas? I don't know. No, it's Charlotte Dallas. Excuse me.
Yeah, I was able to check out the Wolves and the Grizzlies. Grizzlies look like they're about to be put out to the pasture.
Houston ran a sequence where they passed the ball. They did like the little Princeton 5. The ball rotated all over the court. Found Jabari Smith in the corner for the nice three ball. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Look like Udoka is coaching them up, getting them ready. No more, no
We still have
more,
half the season left.
no more cussing out the fans for KD.
Yeah.
So Simba, you had mentioned some of the trades earlier. What trades were outstanding for you?
The only trade that I saw that came out this morning was between the Bulls, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Sacramento Kings. And give me a second. I saw it. And I'm just trying to pull it up.
I don't like that Cleveland trade.
Yeah, that Cleveland trade was crazy. That's why. Oh, the Cleveland Cavaliers are trading DeAndre Hunter to the Sacramento Kings for Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis.
Mm-hmm.
That's a trade, yeah. So, like, I wanted to ask you, like, this is the first trade that they dropped actually today, this morning. So, I want to, like, ask your fellas who do you think won the trade, and is this a good trade for both teams?
I think it sucks for Cleveland. I really think it sucks for Cleveland. I don't see Dennis Schroeder making a big difference on Cleveland. I just don't see it. Maybe they see something that I don't see, but I like Keon Ellis because he's a good defensive player, but I just don't see anything that he can transpire that's gonna make a difference. I think they might have slendered their chances of coming out the East now.
Yeah,
I think they did it for two reasons. I think one because of money. They're like real close to the second apron. They were like at the peak of the second apron, and by getting rid of Hunter, as good as he is, he hasn't been as good as last season. But you get two rotation players and you save some money. For me, I think Schroeder is kind of insurance for Garland because Garland stays getting hurt with that toe. And but I like Ellis. I think Ellis would be more of an impact than Schroeder actually for them.
And that's damn near his 15th jersey. I seen that on the thing this morning. I posted up. He been on every.
Yeah. He's been in 18.
32 teams, and he been on like 12.
in like what, 8 years or something crazy like that?
Crazy.
And the crazy part is this all took place when he didn't re-sign with the Lakers because he wanted more money.
Yeah.
Yep. And look at him now. He's getting bounced around the NBA, bro, with different teams.
Yeah. And the Bulls got Dario Saric, who has become a bum, basically.
Basically, yeah.
Hey, wasn't it Dario Saric who was in competition for the Rookie of the Year with homeboy Donna?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Him and Malcolm Brogdon, they were like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I thought that dude was working in a hospital somewhere.
I mean, the Kings are kind of like they're not really a hospital, kind of like a morgue right now. So it's kind of close.
Yeah, that's like what 50 say back in the day. That's like signing the Koch records.
Who y'all think between Con Knipple and Cooper Flag? Who do you think will take the Rookie of the Year?
Cooper Flag got it wrapped up.
I think it's kind of down to those two.
I think he got it wrapped up. But I will say I think Knipple. I think Charlotte is finally putting something together with him and Brandon Miller and Lamar Bell and Brandon. I mean, what's his name? Miles Bridges. I like the four that they have, man. I think they could build a bench and add a big man to that team. I like what they have. I mean, they gave my Spurs. They beat them. Actually, that's the game I watched.
Mm-hmm.
They gave them a hell
Believe
of
it
a
or
lot.
believe it or not, Don, right? Just to add to what you said, if you have those players in the Charlotte Hornets lineup, like LaMelo, Knuppel, Brendan Miller, Miles Bridges, and the center who they have, I think they're 12-1,
Yeah,
which is
think they got.
crazy.
I think they got a
Which is
chance to make the
crazy.
play-in.
Well, Charles may have jinxed him, man. But he said he said they was playing. Then he said they guaranteed to be a playoff team. So, yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Don't know, but they on that winning streak though. They on that. I think they have 5 or 6 game winning streak.
Yeah.
Yeah. They got a good record, Tom. This so far. It did do that lineup. I believe they're like 5-1, but altogether I think they're 12-1, if I'm not mistaken. I saw it somewhere. I was trying to pull it up.
Yeah, I listen to them in the morning. If I don't listen to Steve Harvey, I listen to that sports show. They talking about them. They talking about them right now.
Yeah. Miller looks really good, like he was supposed to be. You know, if the injuries didn't occur.
Yeah, they got a good run right now. We'll see what the next 10 games hold for them after the All-Star break. And then,
Wait, quick question, fellas. Is LaMelo still getting benched if they're on that run, or he's playing the fourth quarter?
I know he played against San Antonio. He played against San Antonio.
In the fourth quarter?
I don't know. I didn't watch it. But they on some low man. They just talk about him low management. Then he plays and then he don't back to backs. So it's just iffy with him. Don, did he play the fourth quarter or you don't really?
Yeah, he actually played.
Yeah. So maybe they'll take the strings off. You know what I'm saying? Because they talk about he should be gone. He should play. They get together and everything like that. But I don't know. But they're on a win streak right now.
Yeah, he actually played. So I was kind of shocked. I mean, they gave the Spurs a run for their money, man.
Yeah.
They definitely gave it. But I can tell you one guy that's catching up, but I mean, it's probably a little bit too late because he don't start. And I'm really liking the way Dylan Harper's playing right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like father, like son, right?
Yeah, he definitely. I mean, he got the offense that his pops had when his pops was healthy, but he's definitely a problem on the defensive end. I think he's definitely putting everything together. Like I said, I would love to see what they're gonna, how they're gonna look, down the line if everybody stays there. And they got Grandpa Barnes on the team. He's still clutch.
Yeah.
Right.
San Antonio's just missing a couple key players off the bench, man. Now they'll be good in the future for sure. If they could pick up next season, make some moves, put them around Wemby, Stephon Castle, Ron Harper Jr. They'll be good. They'll be good for the next couple of years. They'll give OKC a run for the money for sure.
Oh yeah.
In the final, if they ever go in the Western Conference, them two go in the Western Conference, they're gonna give OKC some major problems because OKC right now, as we've seen in this season, that they can't beat San Antonio. They beat them only one time out of the 7 or 8 times they played.
What's scaring me about OKC this year is I didn't realize it last year. I guess because it was a cover up. A lot of their players are not one-on-one players. They can't, create off the dribble.
Yeah.
And I noticed that with a lot of their players. I mean, obviously SGA is who he is, but outside of SGA, and Williams, I really can't say everybody else is pretty much shooters. And they really don't. Luke Dort doesn't create off the dribble. No. I mean, he's a great defender. You know what I mean? A lot of they got some weaknesses on that team. They got some weaknesses, and like you said, I don't think they're gonna be there in the long run because a lot of those young dudes gonna want the bag, and you're gonna eventually lose a lot of those players.
And not only that, Don, just to add to what you just said right now, OKC got picks for days, for years, I should say. For years. So if they lose one of those cats, like Lou Dort and Jalen Williams, they did lose them in the long run in the future, then they don't have to worry about anything because they got number 1 draft picks. And they could just go. They could give players up and
they got the number 14 pick from last season. He hasn't even played because he tore his ACL before the season. So he'll be there next year. They got Topic, who was probably one of the better international prospects, who got hurt, and then he got testicular cancer, and he's just recovered from that. He hasn't even played, and he's a lottery level pick. You know what I mean? But they got, and on top of what? Within the next few years, like 10 first rounders?
Yeah, 10 years. That's remember, right? That's 10 years, 10 first round picks they got.
Yeah.
So they're
all
good.
of that, all that gonna be packaged up and going to Milwaukee.
Go somewhere. I don't know if Giannis matches their timeline though.
I was gonna say that. I don't know if he matches. To me, I think it's gonna be too jumbled down low with him and Chet Holmgren and.
No, I'm saying next year. If he stays out and they do all that next year, he can come there. They're gonna make some moves. Somebody got to clear out. They got to get people.
He doesn't want to come. He doesn't want to play, Tom. But the thing is, like, he doesn't want to play in the West. He wants to stay in the East. He doesn't want to play for the West. So if he comes to the West and stuff like that, he doesn't want to. He wants to stay in the East, in the Eastern Conference. So that's why the OKC is not part of that trade talk with Giannis.
Yeah.
Well, either he likes the cold or he just figures that the East is soft enough and it gives him a chance to come out.
Yeah, why do you think LeBron did that for many years? He didn't want to come out the East because the East was easy. The same thing, Giannis is taking that route.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
everybody was like, everybody was saying that LeBron should come out.
Kawhi was smart back when he was in Toronto. He would have elected to do the same thing because he was strong in Toronto.
Who was strong in Toronto?
Kawhi.
Oh.
He should have stayed in Toronto because that's what got him out, is that the East was so damn soft that it almost felt like it was a one-on-one between him and LeBron.
Yeah.
Now, and I don't mean it literally, because I can't remember if they even bumped into each other in the playoffs. I just mean that's what it felt like, though, you know?
That's what I'm saying. It's just like, I don't think Giannis, I think Giannis will stay in the East. If he comes to the West, it's going to be kind of surprising to see that.
Yeah. I mean,
him and his brothers.
He's in a run and gun system, too. Not the gun part, but the run part as far as filling the lanes on the fast break. I can see him playing in the West very well.
I could see him on certain teams. You know what I mean? The Rockets would be cool, but you kind of want a team with a bunch of shooters when you got Giannis. You know what I mean? Obviously, Golden State. I
think in the Western Conference, Antonio would be good for Giannis. Him and Wemby together. Jesus. Yeah. But Stephon Castle? What?
Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
I think they would have to give up too much for Milwaukee to do that.
They're giving up. They're only going to give up Keldon Johnson and Devin Vassell for him and draft picks.
I bet it's every draft pick from now till freaking infinity. Jesus.
They definitely. I can't see them just taking Kelvin Johnson and Vessel. They definitely gonna want. By the time those draft picks ended, I think we'll all be in nursing home somewhere, man.
I'm thinking. Really, they got OKC next year. They get rid of Holmgren. They get rid of somebody else, maybe like one of them guys you said is on the bench, some draft pick. You got to put the brothers in there with the trade.
Yeah, that's the whole plan. If Giannis gets traded, his brother's coming with him.
Yeah. For OKC, Hartenstein is the next one up because his contract comes up.
Right.
And he's gonna be the first one of their group that's gonna signing for big money.
Yeah, I can see him getting a bag from somebody, if not OKC.
Yeah.
I like to see him come back to the Knicks, man.
I was just gonna mention that. Is that a possibility in some multiverse somewhere? Some metaverse somewhere?
So y'all want to get rid of Mitch or Hartenstein?
Hell yeah.
He's just
Mitchell
more.
Robinson,
He's just
Hartenstein?
healthier.
No, Ab. That's why I asked the question to the fellas.
I wouldn't. No.
But Luck was like, hell yeah, in a heartbeat. Yo, Luck was like, yeah, get him out of here.
Mitchell Robinson's offensive rebounding is kind of what helps make the Knicks an elite defense.
Agreed.
They'll have games where they shoot like 35, 33% from three, but they get some, and they're not playing well, but they get so many second chance shots. They just getting more shots, more attempts than the other team and win like that because of him.
Give Josh Hart some wide open looks because he got the bound, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give credit where credit's due. That's good digging. Because what I can remember is when Hartenstein was there and he was in the playoffs, and that damn Thibodeau didn't want to play that bench, boy. This man got up and got 18 rebounds against who it was, Indiana. And
Hartenstein's a good player for sure. I love him.
We need him. I'd give up. I'd give him up. We need to get him back. But that ain't happening.
No, and it'll be a lot of money.
That is not happening.
Because Hartenstein probably wants a supermax, right? He will probably want a supermax, or at least a 4-year.
I think he's at 28 now, 28 million. So,
wow.
Yeah,
so he probably wants like a $40 million contract, right?
It's going to be more. I mean, if he's at 28 million and Towns is making like 50 something million, which is crazy to imagine, but he is. That's a lot of money, bro. You know what I mean? For a great role player, one of the best role players in the league, but ultimately a role player.
Listen, I'll tell you right now, when Hartenstein won that championship, you guys won a championship by default. It was a former Knick. You guys got one under your belt.
Oh, you got jokes.
Oh, man. Here you go, man.
This guy.
I'm going to give you one thing. But old man Rivers finally let this hairline go. Your boy LeBron James, he let the hairline finally go with the damn hair club for men he was trying to hold on to with that Jaylen Brown activator he had in his hair.
He's an activator.
No. Realistically, guys, right? Hear me out, right? The Knicks fans, you guys be the Knicks fans that you guys won 2 championships by default. One with Cleveland when Iman Shumpert and Jerome won one championship. And Hartenstein. There you go, by default. And on top of that, you guys won a cup this year.
I gotta give you inventive. I gotta give you an A+ for inventiveness. You really took some time and thought that one up. That was good.
It go back deeper than that.
Hold on, man.
It go back deeper than that. You go like I tell you. I don't think Melo should have came over. And look at all them teams, all of them that left there. They got championships. That crew that left when Melo came, I think like 4 players got championships.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Raymond Felton won with Dallas, right?
Ooh. Wow, yeah, you digging, boy.
Oh, you
guys, you guys.
I'm telling you, man.
You guys are,
listen. Who's the all-time? Who said they're the all-time best player in the world that changes jerseys more than he changes underwear? LeBron James.
At least, LeBron James got 4 more titles over y'all. That's it.
Yeah, one of those titles. You want to talk about default? If he didn't have a man named Kyrie Irving, he wouldn't have that ring. Hold on now, we gonna talk about this now. If he didn't have a man named AD, he had a bubblegum ring, with the juicy fruit. Okay, let's talk about it. That's a ring that should have never happened. He played against a Miami team that had Jimmy Butler and a bunch of housekeepers. Let's talk about it. This is Donald talking. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Housekeeper is
Now,
crazy.
now let's go to the Miami Heat teams.
Get the fire extinguisher.
Matter of fact, you brought it up yourself. You got beat by a white boy on a one-man crew that demolished him when he first got there. That he
every
should
dog
have beat him. That he
every
should
dog
have
has
beat
his
him.
days, bro.
Hold up. Pause on the timeout. And let's look at the stats from that finals. Every fourth quarter, your boy averaged 4.4 points a game. Now I rest my case.
And the crowd goes wild.
Let's talk about it.
Anybody watching the game right now? Could we get an update real quick?
Get the Band-Aids and ice packs out.
Your boy, going to the locker room. He just got hurt.
Lakers up by 6.
What quarter?
Second
quarter.
Second. 44-38.
Okay. A lot of ball game left.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, let's keep it sliding. Ready? You ready, good bro?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, here we go.
No more props, I want property in every barrel. Nobody stopping me because of federal. No more props, I want property in every barrel. Nobody stopping me because of federal.
Who gave him that black eye?
Yo, actually, man, who he had a brawl with Shaq.
Yeah,
that's what he that black eye though, and I can't remember who that was either. He had a speedball. Yeah, somebody called him a good speedball. Back when he used to take fades for Dr. J back in them days, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hands on Larry Bird. You remember that, Charles? The round mound, the rebound. All 6'4". I remember the legend had it that he was 6'8" when he first came to the league. But the reality-based situation is they pulled it down by a couple of inches every single.
Can y'all still
I thought I lost.
Yeah, did you lose your bro?
Oh, my bad, because a call was coming in. My bad.
All right, you good.
It's always happened to me, man. When I start cooking, calls come in. Now, I'm just saying, you know, the legend had it that the man was 6'8". Then they cut him down 2 inches to 6'6". And then the reality seeped in that this man is only 6'4". And he got fusion cannons in his legs, averaging like 11 rebounds a game. A monster on the boards. And not to mention blocking shots on 7-footers. I mean, I've seen him do it to our Knicks when he blocked Patrick Ewing's dunk. Yoked it out the air. I was like, holy, this is crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
So we have an answer. We have an answer for Ab's Barkley trivia question.
Nobody stopping me because of federal. No more props.
The man who gave Charles Barkley the black eye was none other than Bill Laimbeer.
Okay. I can see that.
Well, it probably was an elbow.
Yeah, Bill Laimbeer. Give him the business.
What, in a fight?
Nah, probably a rebound with the elbow out. You know what I'm saying?
I know Cartwright knocked him out. Cartwright gave him an elbow and knocked him out. I gotta research that one.
The round round of rebound. Let's look at his average. He's an amazing man. You know what? Matter of fact, before I cook, let's talk. Let's hear what his peers had to say about him there, Vic. Let's put on the first 2 footages.
All right, give me 1 sec. All right.
Amazing individual. While you look that up, I'll read his career stats real quick.
The most unique
points per game, 11.7 rebounds per game, 3.9 assists. He was an underrated passer. Steals 1.5 steals per game. Blocks 0.8. You know what I mean? So this guy games played 1,073 games. No, he's not a game. And one of the only 4 players in NBA history to average 20 points and 10 rebounds for their career. One of the only. Right?
All right, here we go. Here we go.
Player that ever played basketball. His ability to be 6'4" and play power forward, we all know that that's unique. And he is 6'4", he's not 6'5". And his ability to create double teams. I always say there's about 4 or 5 guys in the NBA. This is when you know how great you are. Michael Jordan, they said there's an illegal offense rule. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, there was a rule, no dunking because of him. Charles Barkley, they were like, you can't back down for more than 5 seconds. They changed the rule because he was so good. That's when you know that you're on a different level of the playing field, that they're changing a rule just based on your skill set.
Barkley, he's not human.
What made Charles so great is because you always hear the term size doesn't matter. And for Charles Barkley, size did not matter. You know, as a center's always 6'10", 6'11", 7 foot. Power forward is always 6'8", 6'9", 6'10", not Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley was a solid 6'4", and he didn't care if you were taller, if you were bigger, if you were faster, you were stronger. He was going to go through you, and nothing could stop this man. And, you know, a guy that played with that tenacity, with that speed, with that force, plus the mentality that he had of not caring. You can tell by some of his interviews, he was going to be hard to stop.
Money doesn't matter. Endorsements don't matter. The only thing matters is winning.
Chuck was just different. All right.
You hear that, man? That man was already telling you money doesn't matter. Winning is what matters. You see, that's the difference between that 80s, hardcore 80s playing on a concrete court with all-star sneakers on versus today's ball players with their load management mentality. You know what I'm saying? Charles, the round mound of rebound. I just always love letting his peers, letting ball players' peers cook about them first, because it shows and proves that even in the office place, that worker was respected. You know what I mean? And not to mention, in this case, one of them had a big fight with him. That was Shaq talking about him, right? So, and Shaq telling you that the man is 6'4". That's official as a referee's whistle. He sees that guy every day of the week. Their mothers are best friends, all kinds of stuff, right? But this man was an incredible ball player, man. Let's while we cook about him, let's throw some of that other footage on there, Vic.
All right, let's skip to this real quick. Did you know Barkley did not want to be drafted by the 76ers? He ate his way to 280 pounds on draft day, but got drafted by them anyway.
Yeah.
He ate KFC, peanut butter and jelly, and steak, and ballooned up to 280 pounds. But got drafted by the 76ers anyway.
I did not know that. By any chance, do we know where he wanted to go? Or was that
I couldn't find that. I was thinking the very same thing, but I couldn't find that information out.
I'll say this much: if you couldn't find it, I know that that's not to be found.
I think it is. It was like he just didn't want to fall to Philly, and I don't know who else was in that draft order, but that's basically why he did all that.
That's crazy.
If you look back up and look at the draft order, somebody can look at the draft order. We can try to analyze maybe where he wanted to go, or what they needed back then.
Drop a couple spots, right?
Yeah.
And just be picked up by whoever.
Yeah. I don't know if he had a preference, but I just know from him eating and all that, what he's talking about, he didn't want to go to Philly. So we just got to figure out who was drafted, who in that order or whatever like that, who he may want to go to or fall to.
Right. You want to hear a joke surrounding that right there? this whole thing about him eating his way to making sure he don't get drafted by Philly. The joke is that somebody walked into a practice once and seen Charles Barkley on the exercise bike eating pizza and pedaling at the same time.
Bro, I heard a story about him in practice. This is when he was in Philly. This is a superstar, Barkley, when he had become a superstar in Philly. And he was on the exercise bike. And they said in the mornings what he would do is he'd get a McDonald's big breakfast, right?
Mm.
And he would take all the ingredients, you know what I'm saying, everything in the big breakfast, and roll it all up in the pancake and eat it like a burrito while he was on the exercise bike.
Son Dula, he's a freak athlete when you put it in that context. You know what I'm saying? Look at this guy.
Philly, what he was doing.
Yo, his lower body was stupid. Like I don't know. He probably could squat a lot. I don't know if he was a workout dude like that.
Yeah.
But his lower trunk, man, he looked like he could squat about a good 500 pounds if he tried.
He ain't doing no work. He said, I'm from Leeds, Alabama.
Alabama. Get a load of the alley. Look how he dunked on Manute Bol. It was unfair. This guy's 6'4" dunking on Manute Bol.
I like the one he grabbed the rebound and went full court and then slammed it and hanged on the rim.
Yeah.
Besides the one where he catched it out the air.
Oh gosh, that's one. And he got many of those, to be honest with you. Oh, there goes that elbow shot from Lion Bear.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta catch the one. Somebody gotta pull up the one where Cartwright laid him out off a dunk.
Oh yeah. I mean, yo, this guy catches a defensive rebound and he's an automatic bucket from catching a defensive rebound coast to coast.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on. 6'4".
He's like a cannonball.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
Yeah, very, very explosive for his size.
Look at him. He had a few of those. That ain't the only one like that.
That one was nice too, where he let the ball roll, waited for the dude to reach.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. That was superstar stuff. That's the kind of things you dream about doing. I mean, the guy was incredible, man. Could dribble a ball, dribble drive game was crazy. Both hands. I've seen him finish with both hands, dunk with both hands. And I mean one-handers. I don't mean two-hand dunks. Look, you're going up against Terry Cummings. Terry Cummings was a beast back then, bro. Here's another one that need to get a no more props, they want property. Terry Cummings.
Yeah, he deserves it.
He was nice.
Terry Cummings was a problem.
Yeah, and Barkley dunking on him like he's just one of the other guys.
And the other two on Milwaukee's Moncrief and
Look at the behind the back. Look at that pass to Bobby Jones. Look at that. That was a monster. Honestly, in my mind, I could set it up in my mind where I can make a case for him being the best power forward of all times, just because he's like an enigma. Look at that. That was one on Patrick Ewing.
His vertical is crazy.
Incredible. They don't talk about his vertical.
No.
It should be talked about.
Crazy.
It should be talked about.
He is what everybody thought that Zion would be.
Yes. Damn it. You're right about that. You hit that nail right on the head. Bullseye. Look at this.
But it's sad because there's like two generations that don't know this about him. They just know the fat dude on TV talking crazy.
Yeah, you know what's sad? I think he just made it to the NBA 2K. I think he just made it. I mean, no representation. He wasn't in
But that was him. He never wanted to be in it. He never agreed to it.
Yeah, that's crazy. Messed his own legacy up with that a little bit.
Yeah.
This guy, number 34. Look at this guy. And he don't disappoint. He's always banging it on somebody's neck. And if he ain't banging it on their neck, it's because they moved out the way. They were there. They just didn't want to get involved. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I like him better than Karl Malone any day, dude.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was always going to
Barkley
pick him
any
over
day.
Carl.
Take Barkley any day.
Any day.
I'll
Any
say
day.
Malone was definitely a better shooter. Just like a jump shooter.
Yeah,
But
mid-range. Yeah, his midi was
yeah.
crazy.
But as like just a dude, like you just give him the ball and let him do his thing, Barkley was better.
Hell
Like
yeah.
for himself. You know what I mean?
He will cook someone, yo.
And literally, what? He was like 5 inches, half a foot shorter, a better rebounder too. If you think
Yeah,
about
and
it.
a better rebounder, right?
Yeah.
Man, listen. That man is phenomenal. Underrated. It's because his personality is so damn big that it overshadows his career a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And then too, you know what happened? Because he stayed too long. He didn't know when to get out looking good. Because he's chasing a championship so bad. He wanted that ring so bad that he messed his legacy up chasing that ring because he wasn't looking good when he left. You look at Jordan. Jordan was looking good when he left. Clyde was averaging 18 points when he left. He made it a conscious decision to check out. And he was there with Barkley. You know, they were on the same team at the same time at that point.
I think
Right?
Barkley's body caught up to him. That's why he started getting all them injuries in Houston.
I agree 1,000%. That man played hard. That man played until he couldn't play no more. Yeah. Could you imagine if Charles Barkley had load management?
Did you know Barkley was dropped from his high school ball team for being too short, but he grew to 6'4" as a senior?
Ain't that something?
So that's something him and Jordan had in common. It wasn't a straight path for them. They had to do some extra things.
Yep. Jordan, him, and Scottie Pippen. Pippen had to become the water boy.
Mm-hmm.
He got an interesting one too. Oh, hey Vic, do me a solid. Put up any one of the things that I told you Av had shared on Barkley.
All right, right after I run this real quick.
Yeah, do your thing, Vic. Until that clip come on though, but could you imagine if Barkley was
to
like
be a role model?
What we got here?
I'm paid to wreak havoc on the basketball court. Parents should be role models. Just because I dunk a basketball doesn't mean I should raise your kids.
I know y'all remember that one.
Yeah.
He caught a lot of smoke behind that one.
Oh yeah.
I'm not a role model. Raise your own damn kids.
Yo, Vic, you got the applause button? Let's give it to him. Come on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I was loving that, yo.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So what's
he was wild in a little bit too, you know what I'm saying? I remember he threw one dude. Remember that story about him getting in a fight in a bar? He threw the dude through the window.
Oh, I didn't know about that one.
Yeah.
Leeds, Alabama.
Yeah, he had his little bit of altercations or whatever.
He was a straight thug back in high school. He had to take balls seriously because he went to jail for robbing grocery stores, jumping off roofs, flunking out of school.
Huh.
He was wild. He was wild. He was wild in them Bama streets.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, and only juvie jail made him take balls seriously. It's like, oh, I could play and I could get out of here. They was like, yeah. He's like, all right, I'll do that.
That's crazy.
Prison sucks.
That's crazy. Yeah, he's gonna end up being on our Ball Till You Brawl. He's gonna end up being on there a couple of times because he also slapped Charles Oakley.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Our resident tough guy in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Smacked him. I was like, wow. Charles and Charles.
All right, so here you go, bro.
Mm-hmm.
NBA MVP, Charles Barkley or Michael Jordan? Well, MJ once reportedly said that Sir Charles didn't deserve the MVP honor in 1993, and Barkley fired right back as he said, "Obviously, Michael was a better player than me, but that year, during the regular season, I played better than he did." Even though MJ beat Chuck and crushed his dream of winning a title, Barkley simply outplayed Jordan during the regular season. Chuck led the Phoenix Suns to a league-best 62-20 record, putting up monster numbers and completely reshaping the franchise. MJ, despite his usual brilliance, finished second in MVP voting, with just 13 first-place votes. At the end of the day, MVP is a regular season award, and Barkley earned it, just like Jordan earned his championship ring when he took down Chuck in the finals.
Yep, that's about right. And what I liked is that Charles was one of the first ballers who were franchise players in their own right that actually spoke up a little bit about not taking a short from Jordan. Most people tuck their chains when the time Jordan name come up. They tuck them chains deep in their shirt. They don't want to be involved in no back and forth with Black Jesus, as they call him, right? Charles was like, nah, man, I earned that MVP, homeboy. Keep your comments to yourself. I love you, but keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? Yeah, okay, yeah, cool. So here we go. Yo, Al, take a look at that.
Yeah.
Embellish on it.
This is kind of crazy. So, like, this is the MVP voting in Barkley's second year. Barkley was number 6 in his sophomore year for the MVP race, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
and he was, I believe, he was second team All NBA, but he didn't make the All Star team. Which is because he was in the East. The East was monstrous at that time. You know what I mean? Bird and Dominique, Jordan. I'm trying to think of who else. What other teams you got? What? Milwaukee was still good.
Yeah.
Trying to think of what other squads we got.
Now this is looking like 86 because if Dominique's name is that high up, that must have been when he averaged 30 points a game and led the league.
You got to figure the starting forwards for the East All-Star team are going to be Bird and Dominique.
Yeah. Actually, in 86, it was actually Dr. J and Bird because I remember that game like the back of my hand. Dominique, that's when I first saw Dominique play was in the 86 All-Star. I was like, who the hell is that?
Okay, so then it's probably Dominique was probably on the bench, but you look at these guys, and this is a second-year guy.
Yeah, man.
Just putting up numbers like that, just getting notoriety like that. He doesn't even make the All-Star team.
Nope, crazy.
And there's your boy Tomcat Sidney Moncrief, right there at 7.
Yeah, and then you got still like all the people over the Terry Cummins, Moncrief, Alex English, but he was in the West then.
Yeah. Underrated player, Buck Williams. Very underrated.
Very underrated. We're going to do one on him, too. He deserves one. Very underrated.
All right, let's talk about this one before we get out of this segment.
Yep.
No, this is kind of crazy. Like, if you look at the numbers that first of all, Moses Malone, all-time offensive rebound leader, over 7,000. Second place is Artis Gilmore, he's approaching 5,000. You know what I mean? If that number 2 is closer to number 20 than number 2 is to number 1. That's just crazy to me. But anyway, if you look at all these guys, well, the vast majority of them are centers, you know what I mean? Power forwards. By far, Barkley, who is number 6, by far is the shortest person on this list. It's like not even close. Everybody else is like, who's this next shortest? Doc, 6'8".
No, Tim Duncan, 6'11".
Yeah, Doc 6'8".
Doc is 6'8". So and Rodman, 6'8".
6'8".
Yeah. Barkley at 6'4", and he's 6th all time.
Yep.
He has more offensive rebounds than Shaq and Dwight Howard and Hakeem.
That's insane.
Yeah. And Tim Duncan, and that's kind of crazy. When you think about it.
On any given day, I could almost say this guy's the best power forward of all times. any given day. I could almost say that because he was something. 6'4".
He was.
He's just you know what it is? Guys like him, we don't rank them. They just got their own category. 6'4" power forward, 11 rebounds a game for a career.
Yeah.
You got people like the Rain Man, that's 6'10", muscular, athletic, can leap out the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Scares people with every dunk, and he ain't averaging those rebounds.
He always stated that he had no help. He said Boston had McHale, the Bird had McHale in them, and the Chief. Magic had Worthy and all of them. You know what I'm saying? Stockton Malone had help. You know what I'm saying? He had no help. He always said, I ain't had no help. Otherwise, I've been better. And maybe could have got a championship with this Mike.
That's the biggest thing that happened to him in Philly, man. That, you know, I think Philly won. Then they won a chip. Then they got him. Doc is declining. So Doc and Maurice Cheeks are declining. You know what I'm saying? Moses Malone's still good, but he's getting older, whatever. So Doc and Maurice Cheeks leave. Then they traded Moses Malone for like nothing, basically. Yeah. And he's got Barkley there by himself, pretty much. Going crazy, but can't win. And the Bulls, Detroit Pistons, Celtics, Knicks, East. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they was all stacking their lineup. In there, you know, you got a team that went from having. You look at the Pistons; they went from having Kelly Tripucka, an all-star small forward, to getting Adrian Dantley, another all-star small forward, to then the next year getting Mark Aguirre, another all-star small forward. Everybody else was working hard. The other franchises wasn't being lazy and just milking their cow until their cow can't give milk no more. You know what I mean? Hey, Vic.
What's up?
Yeah, cook real quick on what you just showed. You showed them.
No, that was the old school. I just found a little jewel, the old school Barkley versus Godzilla. I had that poster, so I was just going over the commercial mega giant that Charles Barkley was or is. You know, he's still doing it at his ripe old age. But man, you talking about a marketing bonanza. You talking about like setting the stage for what Michael Jordan eventually inherited.
Right.
You know, Barkley and the Hewins and the Worthies of the early years set the stage for what, you know, Jordan kind of took over and mastered and, you know, or I guess was led into by the NBA powers that be. But, you know, really dope. But what I wanted to take a look at right before we get out of here was his sneaker universe, man. Barkley has some dope sneakers. And I, you know, growing up as a kid, I couldn't afford the Jordans, but I definitely had the Barkleys. You know, that was like standard issue for going back to school. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You had to get you a pair of Barkleys that matched whatever you was rocking, and you was good. You didn't need the Jordan. You know, Barkley prices joints down just a bit.
Man. All right, so it's been a lot of talk about the CB34 Godzilla getting a retro. Now, they say they're coming out, then I seen something that said they was canceled, and then I seen something that said they're coming back out. But either way, a lot of sneaker pages been saying that the best Charles Barkley shoe is getting a retro. I responded on my story, it's not the best Charles Barkley shoe, but it's still a good retro. And the homie say, well, Unc, if you don't think these the best, and you don't think these the best, then what's the best Charles Barkley sneaker? When it comes to Barkley shoes, I feel like Soulja Boy, man. I was the first cat to come on these apps and say Charles Barkley got the best sneaker line ever. Some people say I'm out of my mind, and there's a few cats that agree with me. No, he don't got 40 or 50 shoes, but it's not about quantity, it's about quality. Let's look at all the Chuck shoes, and at the end, I'll let y'all know which one I think is the best Charles Barkley shoe ever. Let's start with some unofficial sneakers first. We got the Air Force 180 and we got the Air Force Max. Now, these are not Charles Barkley sneakers, but he did help put them on a map, so they do carry his name. The 180s dropped in 92, and the last retro was 2016. And the Force Max dropped in 93, and the last retro was 2017, depending on the colorways. Now, I don't think it's time for a retro.
Those were fire.
But if they did drop, I wouldn't be mad at them.
Those were clean.
In 94, we would get his first official signature, the Air Force CB Max. Now, the last retro of these joints was 2018. I feel like this is his most underrated shoe out of the ones that people actually know about. This is a dope sneaker, man. Also in 94, we would get his most popular sneaker, the Air Max 2 CB94. Now, a lot of y'all think I hate this sneaker because I don't pick it over other shoes from that era, but this is a beautiful sneaker. It just retroed too many times. That's it, man. Then in 95, we would get the CB34 Godzillas, by far the best campaign for any Barkley sneaker. Now, the last retro was 2016. I honestly think it's too early for another retro. If anything, y'all need to bring back that white pair that never got a retro. Nike quit playing, man. Then in 96, we would get the Air Max CB34, another underrated pair in his collection. Last retro was 2015. This will be the last pair of Nikes he wore with the Phoenix Suns. Now let's get into some rare air. These last 3 Barkley sneakers never got a retro, and they probably never will. In 96, we will get the Nike Air CB4, one of the dopest sneakers ever in my opinion. Now this when Barkley started playing for the Rockets and people stopped caring about what he was rocking on his feet, but they were still dope nonetheless. In 97, we would get the Nike Air Super CB. Now this shoe was originally called the Super CW. It was supposed to be Chris Webber's second shoe, but he left Nike and they gave it to Barkley. Hence the Super CB, another classic forgotten gem. And in 97, we would get his final shoe, the Nike Air CB42, another forgotten gem, man. It's really crazy how people weren't paying attention to what he was rocking on his feet because he wasn't in the spotlight like he used to be. But Nike was still giving him that certified heat, man. Now, like I said, in my opinion, Barkley has 0 misses when it comes to sneakers. But if I had to pick one, I'm going with the Nike Air CB4, man. I think that's the dopest sneaker Nike ever made for him, especially in that black colorway, man. Them things is crazy. Y'all let me know in the comments, man.
Which Barkley shoe did y'all rock?
Man, all of them look dope. I never had one though, but they all look dope.
Yeah, I had the Super CBs and I had the 92s. Those were dope. Those are my days.
I rock Payless.
I say it again.
I rock Payless.
Oh, I thought you said you rocked the Simba Bayless.
Nah. Payless. You feel me?
I was like, they gave Bayless ass a shoe. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Simba Bayless or Payless?
Yeah. Nah, the Payless, bro. The Payless sneakers, yo. You know? When they had the sales going on?
I hear you, brother. Keeping it real. I hear that. Keep it real, brother.
I have this one pair of Jordans that I bought, right? Still in the box, never wore, icy blue soles. I don't think I'm gonna wear them. I just bought them just because I wanted them. I'll show you. Hold on. Let me grab it so I can show y'all while you guys talk. Hold on.
I actually bought a car. I bought my son a few years ago for his birthday. I bought him a pair of Barkleys. I'm trying to remember which ones though.
Nice.
I can't recall which ones.
Barkley had a cross trainer shoe that was really dope. It was gray. It was gray and it had the little strap that came over the foot.
The X strap or the one across the ankle, like the high ankle.
The one that went across it went across the foot. That was that one was always fire, man. Because you could style it. You could wear it with your black, your white, dope summertime shoe. Yeah, the 92s, the Super CBs, and the cross trainers was just chef's kiss for his line. Dope stuff. And then that man crazy because he put $500,000 on the Giants versus the Patriots and won. And I was supposed to I was gonna put my mortgage money up, but I had to talk with Jesus.
That's the helmet catch joint word.
Yeah, that's the helmet catch joint.
That game was crazy.
David Tyree.
Yeah.
Oh
the
my
bubblegum
God.
catch. The bubblegum catch.
Oh my gosh. I would have won big. So I'd have put like a G or something.
I won some money that year because my father passed away right before Father's Day, and they went into the thing right after that. So I bet on the Giants because he was a Giants fan.
Yeah, man, that's crazy. It was 19-1. It was like I was like, I knew my Giants was gonna win. I ain't know how. I ain't know it was gonna be off dude helmet, but gotta win it ugly. Them Giants gotta win it ugly. All right, y'all. Luck, you got anything else on Mr. Barkley?
No, just the closing. There's so far there has never been a power forward, a ball player like Barkley. He's one of a kind.
Yeah, and
To this day, he's one of a kind. To this day.
yeah, I mean, you can see his influence still around. He does the halftime shows, and then he also does the college shows. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And he'll stumble, bumble through it, but they want him there. They want his content. You know what I mean? They want what he got to say.
Yeah. Now he's a whole different. He's a whole.
So, Simba, let
different
me ask
brand.
you something. Being our college correspondent, do you like Barkley when he does the NBA better, or do you like Barkley when he does the 20 better?
I
Which
like
Barkley do
when he
you
does
like?
the NBA, bro. I
You
think
like him when he does
he's
NBA better?
yeah. I think he's more like to me. This is the way I see Barkley, right? Since he played in the NBA and stuff like that, and he covers the NBA more before he came to college. It's just like he just has more fun. I see Barkley having more fun when he talks about the NBA. He enjoys it more than college. You understand? It's just like I feel like because he has his own crew. He has Ernie, he has Shaq, he has his original crew that he could have fun with and be himself. Compared to when he is in college, I think he has to be more like quote unquote professional in a way. Like he can't say anything reckless like how he does what he does with the team for the NBA.
No doubt.
So I just see I'd rather see Barkley do NBA coverage because first of all they always joke around, they always bust each other's caps. It's fun to see. It's something entertaining, right? But when you see him covering NCAA, he's just like all like I have to get down to business. I can't joke around too much. I have to get down to business. Where in the NBA he just like he could crack jokes once in a while. Include it like tying in with what he's talking about, bust Shaq's chops all the time. It's fun to see Barkley doing the NBA than the college segment.
It's just so many teams and so many players and so much information you got to know for college.
Yeah, so that's why
you don't want to like miss a beat or say something wrong, and now you don't get that invite, you don't get that extra check. So, and the way they got them dudes going, I think they have to cover every team in like a commercial spot, and they just run it back to back to back to back to back, depending on what your commercial market is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that could be a lot of pressure.
Yeah, it has a lot of pressure, like you said, Vic. Right? There's a lot of players, a lot of colleges, a lot of different type of tournaments, like the Big Ten, the Sweet 16, and all that stuff. It's a lot. So it's just like it's not going to be as entertaining as the NBA. Obviously, when we have 32 teams, the same NBA players and stuff like that, it's not going to be like that. But at the same time, it's just like I understand I agree with what you're saying because you have more coverage. You have to get to the point as everybody.
Well, he's got Kenny, and then what's the other guy with him? The bald head guy, the brother.
What's his name? Hold on, I have to look him up and see.
Yeah, I forget the other brother's name. He does a good job too. He does a good job. He's like their Ernie.
Yeah.
He kind of keeps them level headed, but they're good, like them. So let me ask you something, Simba. Would I totally throw you for a loop if we finished off our 25 tonight?
25 for the NCAA? I mean, not sorry.
No, for the 75, just so we can get that
the list
done.
of players, right?
Yeah, I mean, we only got another 10 minutes. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to knock that out? I know Av needs to give his 11 through 20.
Yeah, we'll get Don's on next week.
Oh, you want to do it next week so we can get Dom in on it?
No, I was saying we could do his own next week. He could add on next week.
Wait, do I have Don's players?
He didn't give his 11 through 20?
Yeah, I do have Don's players.
Oh, okay.
I just don't have Av's players, and we didn't make the overall lineup as how we did with the first 10.
All right, well, let's do that. Let's get Av's 11 through 20, and then let's create the final list of 11 through 20.
Av, whenever you're ready, let me know, and I'll write it down.
All right, here we go.
All right. You ready? We good?
Yeah,
yes,
we
sir.
good.
All right. 11. Tim Duncan. 12.
Wow.
Jokic. 13, Giannis. 14, KG. 15, the man we were talking about today, Charles Barkley. 16, Dwayne Wade. 17, Isaiah.
Wow. 17.
That's
Nice.
17.
Nice.
18, Dirk.
Wow.
AKA
19.
German Jesus.
German Jesus, excuse me.
German Jesus.
19, Moses. I'm gonna piss Lucky off right here. At 20, I got Doc. I definitely had to put him in the top 20 somewhere, and I got mixed up.
At least he's in the top 20.
Yeah, no, actually, like I now these guys from 11 through 20, literally, it was pretty like everybody's close. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I kind of went more aside from Barkley, who was the first player I put on my list that didn't have a chip. I kind of went more with accomplishments as far as like, you know, NBA accomplishments as far as like rings and stuff, aside from Chuck.
Dope.
But that finishes out my 20, I believe.
So let me just recap what you said, Ab, if you don't mind, right, for the players.
Sure.
For 11 is Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
12 is Joker. 13, Giannis. 14, KG. 15, Barkley. 16, Dwayne Wade. 17, Isaiah Thomas. 18, German Jesus. 19, Moses Malone.
Yes.
And 20, Dr. J.
Yes.
All right, cool.
All right. You got Dr. J at 20. I hear that. That's a fair one worthy, but you know.
Lucky, I got Dr. J at number 13 on my list.
Right. I know. I got him at number 6, his shirt number on mine.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know.
Wait.
So,
y'all.
But what's cool
Ab,
is that we got to add up how many times and how many people put Dr. J on the list to see where you officially rank.
I mean, my reasoning for Doc, I would have him significantly higher, but in my opinion, his best years were by far the ABA. And
I could smoke a bag of that because, you know, he didn't come now.
Yeah. I feel like in the ABA, he was like, athleticism wise, we're talking about like a dude like a Barkley, like a Giannis, like a, you know what I'm saying? Like a Dominique, just dominating athletically.
Yeah. He probably would have gave the NBA hell if he came in as a second or third year player right out the gate. He would have went nuts.
We're talking about like 15 rebounds a game.
You
like
got to remember, he won MVP in his past prime. He won MVP against Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, while he was no longer prime. So just imagine if he did come in there his first year.
That's what I'm saying.
They messed that all up. He was supposed to be on those Atlanta Hawks with Pistol Pete, B. They messed that completely up. And I got footage of him giving Will Chamberlain and them boys the business in the All-Star game. They messed that up. That's the NBA fault.
Guys, sorry to cut you off, but I'm missing Tom Cat's 11 to 20 players. That's all we're missing.
Okay. Tom Cat, you still there, bro? He stepped away.
Yeah.
Okay.
If anything, we'll get next week with Don and stuff like that.
Oh, there he is.
Tom Cat, you got to unmute your mic, bro.
I don't remember my first 10, so we got to do that. I'll have that with you next week.
Yeah, I got your play. I got your first top 10, Tomcat.
Yeah, he said he's gonna get it. He said he's gonna get it to us next week. That's fine.
All right, that's fine. Yeah.
You can screenshot me my first 10.
I got you.
Okay.
During the week.
So since you have those recorded, Simba, did any greats or any people get snubbed that we think should be in that grouping?
Let's see.
I'm gonna try to find the snubs.
Yeah, because we didn't remember we did our 1 to 20. We still have to list our other 5 players that we have. We have to do 1 to 25. Remember, so we're still missing 5 more players that we didn't mention on our list.
Mm-hmm.
You guys all gave your 25 already, or
No.
you all just went up to 20?
No,
We went up to 20. We're going on all on the same level with everybody, making sure everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
You want me to give you my last 5 since I got it out right here?
Okay.
Ab, where you at? Hold on.
Whose owner is that?
These are the snubs from the major 75.
Oh, okay.
And I was saying, did we miss anybody? Any greats? Any legends? Did we snub any greats or any legends that made the snub list?
Penny got snubbed. Holy shit.
Yeah, the injury.
Wallace.
Does anybody here deserve to make the 25?
25?
The early 25.
Oh
no, I don't think so.
No.
You gotta look at like the OG cats, and maybe you could. I'm trying to look at them. Like, who's that? Was that Maurice Lucas up top?
Up top? No, that's Marcus Johnson.
Marcus Johnson. He
was nice.
He was nice. I don't know about top 25 all time. Nice though. That's tough.
Yeah, that's tough. I didn't put him. I'm a fan. I like him. I know what he meant to the game when he came. He was nice. Perennial all-star. He was kind of like the small forward coming out of college that they were, any hot small forward that was coming out at that time, they were trying to rival them with Dr. J. So they rivaled him with Dr. J. They rivaled Bernard King with Dr. J. They rivaled Larry Bird with Dr. J. You know how that was.
Yeah.
And yet still Dr. J was winning that MVP. You know what I'm saying? So, he wasn't in that class, He couldn't battle, he couldn't mess with a young Dr. J, and he couldn't mess with the old one neither. No disrespect.
Here's an interesting question. Do you think Ben Wallace will fall into the mid-tier of our 75?
I don't know. I don't want to say yet.
Should he, though?
I don't know.
For the rebounding and defensive force that he was at his height, like we're giving Barkley credit for, should he make the mid 25?
Well, what was he? 6'10"?
No.
Yeah. No, he was
like 6'8".
Yeah, he's like 6'8", 6'9".
Oh, get out of here! Wow.
Yeah, no, he wasn't that. He wasn't like huge. I mean, it's tough for guys. You got guys like him, like Rodman. You know what I mean? It's gonna be interesting where they end up in our list. You know what I mean? Clearly very impactful on the game.
Yeah. Very.
You know?
Yeah, I'm not gonna say he won't. I'm just saying that I got to think it over.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That group that showed 26 to 50. That's the ones we got picked. Oh, I'm just coming back.
These are the snubs. That's the snubs.
I was asking the question, does anybody in this group deserve to be in our top 25? And if not, where do we think some of these people that got snubbed is going to fall?
25. Out of everybody here, I would go with Dennis Johnson. That's it.
You can make an argument for Dumars.
Oh, I didn't see Dumars down here. All right. Oh, and KJ. Those KJ. Even though I see
you can make an argument for KJ.
For top 25 all time?
No, I'm saying to make the 75. I'm not
75, definitely. 75, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely 75. Yeah. Dennis Johnson, Dumars. Yeah.
Dennis Johnson got a Finals MVP, right?
Who?
Seattle,
Dennis
right?
Johnson. Yeah, he got one. I know he got one in Seattle.
Yes.
He got one, but he got another championship with Bird.
Right. Well, he got a
Yeah,
couple
I don't,
for
did he? I don't think he got the MVP though. The Finals MVP. I don't think he got.
Nah. He didn't get finals with Boston, but he got out there.
He got definitely more chips with the Celtics. Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely an impact player because when Seattle got him, they got him to try to stop David Thompson because David Thompson was tearing up the league when he came out the ABA. And then when Boston got him, they got him to try to stop Andrew Toney, the Boston Strangler, because he was just murdering the Celtics. So he's that dude. He's an impact player.
He also had a really good, like offensively, he had a really good connection with Bird, man. Like I saw there's clips. If you ever get a chance on YouTube or whatever, go look at the clips of passes from Dennis Johnson to Larry Bird. Like, I don't know what kind of connection, like no look passes through traffic and just boom, layup. You know what I mean?
Special,
like they just had an
special.
ill connection between those two guys.
Yeah.
No, you're right about that. I've seen that live at Madison Square Garden. They were crazy. They were crazy together.
Do y'all know how he came from? Do y'all know how he came from Seattle to Boston? Was it a trade or free agency? Well, free agency wasn't that big back then.
I don't know how it ended up.
Yeah, trades back then were a big deal because
trades. Yeah,
that was almost never heard of. That you made that you know, because if you got a Dr. J on your squad or a Larry Bird or a Patrick Ewing, you wasn't giving them up.
Right.
That was your meal ticket. You know what I mean? That was gonna fill seats. You know. Yeah, man. All right, man. It's just about that time. Great show, fellas.
Word.
Take us out, Av.
Hey, good show. Thank you for everybody who has seen the show. If you got a top, 25, leave it in the comments. Let us know it. Shout out to Don. He had to dip a little early, but of course, always love and respect to him. And yeah, we out of here. In the bonus. Peace and love.
Peace.